Hello and welcome to this video on the new features in version 2.2 of Intella and Connect. The Intella specific features are included in Intella PI, 10, 100, 250, Professional and Team. These features, apart from the features that include creating a case and any processing tasks, are also included in Intella Viewer. There are a number of features which have been added to both Intella and Connect. We'll have a look at the main features that have been added to Intella and Connect, then we'll look at the new features which are specific to each product. Note that this video does not show all of the new features and improvements for version 2.2. All of the new features along with their descriptions are shown in the 2.2 release notes for Intella and Connect. For both Intella and Connect, we have added support for processing of locally stored Windows 10 mail accounts. Note that only POP accounts are supported, not IMAP accounts. That is because only POP accounts store emails locally on the system. Intella will automatically detect and process a Windows 10 mail account based on the folder structure and certain file types. Windows 10 mail accounts may be within a forensic image of a computer. Intella will still be able to identify and process these accounts within the forensic image. Windows 10 mail data can also be added to a case by adding the folder structure for the mail account as a new source in Intella. Once the mail has been processed, the mail items along with their attachments can be reviewed in the case. For Intella Desktop, we have added a number of features. We have added the ability to export items directly to an Intella case. This can either be an existing case or a new case. Several configuration options are available for controlling which item information will be included in the export. For example, the user may want to include the tags, comments, custodians, OCR text, etc. when running the export. Parents of the exported items that are not in the export set themselves are represented as stubs in the destination case. The new export functionality supports several use cases. The first use case is for the merging of two or more cases. This allows indexing to be spread across multiple machines, then the separate cases can be merged into one master or main case. The processing of large datasets can be sped up by running several indexing processes on different systems simultaneously. Another use case is the ability to add data to an ongoing case. The new evidence can be indexed in a separate case first before it is merged into the main case. This allows reviewers to still access the main case while the new data is being indexed. The new data can then be merged into the main case overnight to reduce downtime. A third use case is where selected items can be exported to a new case. This allows the user to filter out privileged information or irrelevant items from a case. The user can also divide the work among reviewers in such a way that each reviewer only has access to their own assigned items. We have added case templates to Intella. This allows the user to enable quick initialization of a new case based on the stored case settings of another case. The settings of a particular case can be stored in a case template which can be used when a new case is created. This is useful to comply with organization policies or to optimize a case for the nature of the investigation at hand. Case templates have a number of settings for annotations, tasks, preferences, and other templates. The user can choose which items to include in the case template. We have added a GDPR info panel to the Insight tab. This panel lists categories of information in the evidence data that are of interest from a GDPR compliancy point of view. Examples are names of people, phone numbers, and email addresses. For each category, the number of values is listed, as well as the number of items holding one or more of these values. The results are further split into categories for documents, emails, or other. The user can double-click on a line entry to automatically change to the Search tab, and the items will be searched and displayed. The user can export the values to CSV or XLS formats by clicking on the floppy disk icon for each category. We have had command line options in Intella to create cases, index data, and to do other tasks for some time now. In version 2.2, we have added command line options that enable advanced forms of textual analysis. Scripts can be used to leverage cloud AI services to extend the Intella case with several document enrichments. For example, a Windows batch script can be used to index evidence data, submit specific items to cloud services for analysis, and import the results back as tags into the case. The functionality given in this example is not restricted to just these two types of case data enrichment. Examples of other types of document enrichment that are made possible using this feature are document translation, sentiment analysis, key phrase extraction, summarization, document classification, using classification models specifically trained for a case or task, i.e. predictive coding. Other types of media may also be analysed. For example, in audio files you could have spoken language detection and transcription. In image and video files you could have object detection such as vehicles, weapons, drugs, people, etc. Topical detection such as logos, celebrities, landmarks. Face detection and recognition. Explicit content detection, and finding similar media on the web. Such cloud AI services are currently available from several providers including Google, Amazon, IBM, Microsoft, and others. In the user manual, we provide sample Windows batch scripts and tutorials to demonstrate how this feature can be used in combination with Google Cloud command line tools. These samples enhance the case data with entity recognition, sentiment analysis, text classification, and translated document text. We have also added a number of features to Intella Connect. We have made a few user interface changes to Connect. You will now see that we have consolidated a number of the administrator settings into the Settings tab. We have improved the layout for these settings as selectable sub-tabs. Under the General tab, you can see a new setting for custom content. This allows the administrator to add a custom link to be displayed on the case login page. For example, this can be used to show an organization-specific privacy policy or a terms and conditions page. We have redesigned the interface for managing Connect's HTTPS setup. The new user interface does a better job in guiding the administrator through the process. It also has improved validation and error messages. Also note that multiple key stores are now supported. In addition to the enhancements for HTTPS configuration, we have also added a configuration wizard for setting up LDAP in Connect. LDAP integration allows Intella Connect to obtain user lists from your LDAP provider and to also allow for authentication against user information stored in LDAP. Under the Cases tab, we have added an event log browser to Connect. This replaces the activity stream present in the earlier versions of Connect. This browser allows the user to select and inspect the activities for a specific case. We have included a number of filtering controls to allow the user to filter by users, date range, item IDs, etc. Also, the types of activities or event types can be separately selected so the user can narrow down the result list further for review. The events can be exported to both Excel and CSV formats. In terms of ingesting data types, we have ported over from Intella Desktop the ability to index iCloud accounts. Accounts with two-factor authentication are supported, but only when tied to an Apple device. Note that two-factor authentication using only a registered phone number is not yet supported. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. This video, along with other training videos, can be viewed at the link below.